I spent some time overseas before I joined the military, and when I came back home, I was young, 18. I was in love with a girl and wanted to kind of become a man and be able to provide for her. My father and my grandfather both served, and I wanted to just follow in their footsteps and be of use to America. I had a couple friends in the Navy, and they told me it was a good way to see the world. I got stationed in a naval air facility at Atsugi, Japan, attached to Electronic Attack Squadron 136, which was on board the USS Kitty Hawk, which is an aircraft carrier. And the Navy staple is honor, courage, and commitment. And I think that that is what has really served me well since I've gotten out from the military. It's like a second. You finish your out processing, they stamp your papers, and then they hand you a reservist, ID card, and that's it. You walk out of the building, you drive home, fly home. It's very odd. It's a shock to kind of just go back to your life, especially if you go back home. Everyone lives in the same place. Everyone's doing the same thing. It's kind of like you never left, like it was a time warp. And you just stand there with your bags, and you're kind of like, okay, what do I do now? When you spend so much time with so many different people and doing a specific job for 5, 6, 7 years, and you get out and you're thrown back in the civilian world, you're lost and alone. There's also a sense of guilt, especially when during the wars going on, you feel like you need to go back and help. I turn on the news or read the newspaper every single day that another soldier died. And to think that I got out and I'm okay and I'm here and I'm safe, well, why wasn't it me and not him? When you get back home, your friends and family, they really welcome you with open arms, but they feel empty. It's hard for them to comprehend or understand what you've gone through and what you're going through. And it's just you, and you're the only one. And no one can really understand what you've been through. Personally, to me, the mental stress far outweighs the physical. It takes a strong, special person to put up with, doing 6 tours in Iraq when you got, a baby and wife at home. It's important for service members to know that going to counseling doesn't make you weak. It makes you stronger. Like a lot of soldiers and sailors that get out, I probably took too long of a break than I should have. I probably should have thrown myself right back into either a job or school. I decided to, after 8 years in, to take a break and take some time to reflect on my thoughts and my time in, and probably was a mistake. That's why I think it's important to make a transition plan. I think that it cannot be stressed enough to make a transition plan. When I get out, I'm going to apply for school, then I'm going to look for a part-time job, then I'm going to volunteer at the local VA hospital. That's something that you can do to kind of balance that situation out. The positive aspects that you gain really are your sense of loyalty and of honor. I think that it can't be stressed enough that once you get out of the military, you are a changed man. I mean, you are much more responsible and outgoing and better for society in a whole. I use the GI Bill. That in itself is, to me personally, worth every minute I spend in the military.